Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is a sound off on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, I've been trying to be nice to Marlo this whole season, but baby, she irked my nerves on last night's episode. But let's get into it. So I'm really gonna just start with Sonya's family scene, and she's at the house with her husband and her brother-in-law. Her brother-in-law is also her husband's best friend. They all went to college together. Now, I don't know if y'all watched her reality show that she had back in the day, but I did. And at the time, he was only dating her sister. Actually, they weren't even really dating. They were having like a situationship, and he was treating her sister like dog shit. Okay, he was the epitome of F-boys. I don't know if we was using that lingo back in the day, but that's what the hell that's how they portrayed bruh. So I really didn't care to see him on my TV screen, but they married now, they got 2 kids, and that's great and everything. But see, this is one of the reasons that the ratings, in my opinion, are dropping the way that they are, because it's no longer a Housewives show. It has become a second act show. It's no longer the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It has become like the real shenanigans of B-list celebrities that live in Atlanta. That's what the show is becoming, because everyone is using this show as, oh, I need to get something. Let me go on that show and go take advantage of their platform. And a lot of us ain't here for that. Why we need to see your brother-in-law teach y'all how to work out? Why does he need to train y'all? He don't need to train y'all. Y'all showed us that y'all had a trainer. So where he come in at? See, these are the shenanigans that make me not like them casting celebrities. Can we get back to the real formula? But anywho, so now we have Drew and her husband in this book, and he's writing a book about co-parenting, being a step parent, and all this other stuff. He's being tight-lipped with Drew about what's really in the book. Drew wants to know what's in the book. He don't really want to tell Drew what's on the book, but he wants Drew's help, and he wants Drew's platform on this show to help sell this book. And again, it's like, this is why the show is not giving what it once gave. We've spent too much time on these husbands and these extended family members and what they got going on and what they want to sell to the people. We don't care. I don't care. They shoot a little scene where, you know, her and her husband are being cute, and it was cute, but I couldn't get into it. Like, the last time we really seen y'all together as a unit having family scenes at home, he was being disrespectful to you. So it's like, okay, he's being disrespectful to you, and then now y'all having cute scenes and he want to rub his hands through your weave. I guess it's like, Drew, you need to figure it out. Do you want us to like Ralph, or do you not want us to like Ralph? Because like I said, I've never believed none of y'all stories that y'all told us, not about Tampa and not about the assistant. I don't believe half of what you be telling us. But what I do feel like is, if you want us to like you and you're throwing him under the bus with these fake storylines, we not buying his book. We not liking him. We don't want to see him on our screen if he treats you wrong. If he's mistreating you and he's telling you deserve a Lunchable, we don't want to see him, and we damn sure not interested in buying his book. So y'all got to figure out, if y'all come back next season, which I'm sure y'all will, y'all got to figure that out, because he does not come across on this show as likable. And you to me, you don't come off as likable, but he damn sure don't come off as likable. So y'all need to figure that out. So let's just fast forward to this trip, okay? Now, Sonya done got some Sprinter vans to collect everybody so that they can get to the airport on time. She's taking this very serious. And it's like, okay, girl. They get to Jamaica, and Kenya does not have a +1. I think she wanted to bring her cousin. Her cousin got sick, so she ain't got no +1. It's just her. Sheree brought her friend, and Marlo brought her homeboy. And so that's just what they doing. Okay. I guess while they were in the golf carts on their way to the room, they spot this cute little fella, and they, you know, he was cute. I guess he was looking at Kenya, and Sonya picked that up. So Sonya, she went over there and she was like, hold up, we'll be right back. They doubled back. They went to the guy and they approached the guy, and Kenya got her a date, y'all. And I kind of like this scene. I kind of liked it because I was like, okay, Sonya has never really was giving me like homegirl energy that I could like hang with, that I would like. But this scene made me kind of like her. It did. Because I was like, she was like, look, are you available? That's what we want to know. Are you available? Like, she was like straight to the business. And Ken got her a date. And I was here for it because he was a little handsome. I mean, I don't think it's really going to go nowhere because, did he say he was from England? Yeah, that ain't going to work. But it was still a cute little moment. I liked it. I was here for Sonya in this moment. Okay, so this dinner, because that's really what mattered in this episode. Okay, Kenya's new friend, he comes to the dinner. He looks cute, you know, whatever. Everybody is being annoying. Okay, this would have pissed me off. This right here, if I was Kenya, I would have been annoyed. Like, everybody chill, okay? He's here. He's sitting there. He looks nice. Everybody just enjoy each other. But they're asking this man all types of questions. And it's just like, if he was interested, I don't think he was interested after this because this was just too much. They were like, they were just being annoying. That would have made me feel away, you know? And then Kenya was just like, look, I'm not even trying to do all of that. I'm trying to get my groove back. I'm trying to take it easy. She was like, you know, she had a cute little confessional. I liked it. But yeah, that would have irritated me. Like, would y'all shut the hell up? Y'all making the situation awkward. And it was just like, But Sonya, at one point, she asked Marlo about the boys. And Marlo was like, I don't want to talk about it. And I didn't know what that was about. But, you know, this is a lot of editing. There's a lot that be happening that we don't know and that we don't see. So, I guess. But, yeah, she didn't want to talk about it. Why you want to talk about it, Marlo? Okay, wait. Hold that thought. Sheree asked Drew about Ralph in his book. Now, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to call y'all out, production. I remember during Drew and Ralph's scene, Drew was telling Ralph how he needed to talk to the group about the book, like pushing him to kind of advertise the book so that they can talk about it in the scene. And then they have Sheree ask, and we know, we know damn well that Sheree don't care nothing about this man and his book or what he talking about. I love Sheree, but Sheree is not that deep. She don't care that much. She don't care about those two people at all. She did not care. We know production told her to ask them. Y'all tried it. So anyways, Ralph starts to talk about this book, and Marlo was like, oh, I think it's really great that you're adopting him. You know, I'm a foster kid, so I think this is really great that you're doing this. So she was like, you are adopting him, right? You are adopting him. And he was like, actually, no. Him and Drew kind of were like both talking at the same time, so I don't really remember who said what. But they pretty much explained how Ralph had a heart-to-heart with Josiah's bio dad, and the bio dad expressed that he wouldn't want him to adopt Josiah. And Marlo starts interjecting and like, why would you not want to adopt him? You know, that makes me feel away. Coming at me being a foster kid, that makes me feel away. And she starts talking and saying all this stuff. And you know, you're making it seem like you're not, she's like going in on Ralph. Now, side note, personally, I agree with Ralph. Ralph, I think earlier in the episode said something about, you know, it made him have regrets about how he was raised and how his connection with his father. He doesn't want to do that to Josiah. If the bio dad does not want him to adopt his son, that does not make Josiah any less of his son. He's going to still take care of him the way that he's been doing. He wants him to know, I'm here for you no matter what. He doesn't have to adopt him in order to be a father or a parent to Josiah. And I'm with him on that. Because if you're trying to establish a relationship, this man, it's not like from what they told us. I don't remember Drew saying whether or not, like how the relationship ended. What I gathered from last season was Josiah's dad went to jail. He never got to really know his dad. It wasn't like he just said, I'm breaking up with Drew. I don't care about you. You go raise your child alone. Like, he got in trouble. He got locked up. He was not able to be a dad. And he wants to, now that he's free, he wants to have a relationship with his son. His son only really knows Ralph, so he's not that interested. But I also feel like Drew and her mom are kind of like making the situation, kind of nudging it the way they want it to be. I feel like she just want her kids to all match, all have the same last name, and just push Josiah daddy out the way. I think that's what Drew wants. And Ralph is like, no, we got to consider this man. This is his child. We're not going to just push him away. Because y'all don't know how Josiah is going to feel when he becomes an adult. And maybe his feelings do change, and he wants to have a closer bond with his dad. He may resent you guys and think that y'all pushed his father out the way, preventing him from having a relationship with his father. So those type of things they're delicate. You have to handle them a certain way. Somebody like Marlo should really shut her mouth, okay? Marlo lacks self-awareness. You're sitting there running your mouth and trying to dictate how things should go in someone else's household. You're judging this man. You don't have all the information. You're not even listening to what this man is saying to you. And you're judging him. And I've been telling everybody to take it easy and stop judging your ass. And you got the nerve to come on our TV screens last night and show your behind. Marlo, you absolutely tried it last night. Now you reminded me why I didn't used to like your ass. It's cool to have different opinions. A lot of people feel like, oh yeah, Ralph should adopt a little boy. And that's great. But Marlo, considering your current situation, you have a lot of nerve to open your mouth on these people's business. And Kandi, I enjoyed Kandi this entire episode. I was just saying last episode that I need season 2 Kandi to come back, and she came back on this episode last night. She shut Marlo down like, ma'am, you might not be one to talk about this at the moment. Seeing that you're going through what you're going through with your nephews, you might want to keep it on. You need to shut up. What are you talking about? You don't have no leg to stand on this here topic. How dare you? And of course, Marlo does what Marlo always freaking does. She just all over the place. She really was enjoying hearing herself talk. I think Marlo really thought that this was her moment, right? Because she really was trying to be like, oh, I'm a foster child and I know how it feels and this, that, and the third. And it's like, are you hearing what's coming out of her mouth? Because you sound ridiculous. She didn't appreciate Kandi chiming in, so she tries to flip the whole situation and talk about, as someone who puts their mother before their husband, you shouldn't be saying anything. She shouldn't be saying nothing. What did Mama Joyce got to do with this conversation? What does she have to do with this conversation right here? You sound a mess. You really sound ridiculous and crazy. You sound dumb. What do you mean? What does Mama Joyce ain't got nothing to do with this. And I don't know if you said that because you thought maybe Todd would agree with you, but you a fool if that's what you thought, because you really thought this man was going to go against his wife for you. She sounded so stupid. And as she was talking her noise, Kandi was slapping her right back. Kandi was like, oh, nah, bitch, you tried it. Oh, no, you tried it. You already know, once you bring up Mama Joyce, that is Kandi. You can't bring up Mama Joyce, Todd, or her children. It will be a whole issue. Like, Marlo just started attacking Kandi. And the thing about it is, nothing Marlo was saying made any sense. You're bringing up Mama Joyce. And Kandi, that was the only part about this exchange that I didn't appreciate with Kandi, is her voice started to shiver. And it was like, Marlo is a lightweight. Your voice don't need to damn shiver for no damn Marlo. You could have ate her up effortlessly. You did not need to get shaky in the voice for no damn Marlo, because she wasn't even saying nothing that made no damn sense. Talking about Mama Joyce, who would put up their mother before their husband? Shut up. Now, one thing, I don't always agree with Kandi, but one thing that you're going to get me upset about is mentioning Mama Joyce, because I don't care what nobody says. Mama Joyce loves her daughter. She is always acting in the best interest of her daughter. She is always trying to protect her daughter. She has buried one child. So if she's attached to Kandi, that is their business. That is never going to be a situation where Marlo needs to chime in. Her opinion on Candi's relationship with her mother, it does not count. No one cares. No one wants to hear it. It will never mean nothing. That lady loves her daughter, and sometimes she does a lot, but that's her child, and she can do that. If Kandi got a problem with it, Kandi can speak to her. But y'all be wanting to see Kandi disrespect her mother on this show, And I hope to God it never happens. I hope she never, ever gives that to y'all. That is her mother. She has every right to protect. That woman has every right to protect her child. She already had to bury one. She gonna hold on to Kandi with her hands and her feet. That's her daughter. She has that right to do that. I don't know why that bothers people so much. Do Mama Joyce she be having her antics, and all of them are not right. They're not. Pertains to Kandi, she has every right to protect her daughter. And if she feels like someone's coming around her daughter that she feels is a threat to her child or doesn't mean her daughter well, she has every right to say something about it. Y'all really be acting like y'all, oh, she need to check her mama. Why? Why she need to check her mama for y'all? I hope she never gives that to y'all. But anyways, she's over there talking to Todd like, I fuck with you, Todd. I fuck with you, Todd. That's his wife. He's definitely not going to side with you over his wife. Like, Marlo, you really tried it last night. So when she realizes that he ain't girl bye, you about to look stupid. She just starts throwing out all types of shit. And Kandi throwing shit at her right back. She says how Todd was talking shit about Kandi when they first met. Kandi debunks that immediately. She was like, I didn't even meet him until the last day of the Africa trip, so I don't know what you're talking about. And Todd, he spoke up, but I needed Todd to say, that's a damn lie. I never said nothing like that about Kandi, because she said that he said something like, oh, Kandi's really country. I don't know if Todd said that shit, because I wasn't there, okay? However, I could kind of see Todd saying that. Maybe not in the way Marlo was trying to say it, but I could kind of see Todd maybe saying that. Maybe saying like, oh, she was country. I could see it, maybe, because I feel like he didn't say, I never said that shit. But what he told her is, I didn't talk to you. I don't talk to you, so you wouldn't know what I said. People talk, though. If you did say it, you might have said, it might have been something so minor the man don't even remember saying it. So I wouldn't even give no credit to that like that. But Marlo, you look stupid. And we've seen her in these situations before where she's backed into the corner and she just says rubbish. But it's like you backed yourself into that corner because you had no reason to go off on Ralph the way that you did. But she's still going off. She continues to spew her rubbish. Todd had to check her. Todd was like, ma'am, wait, first of all, let's talk about how you got onto this show. The real tea is you bought yourself onto this show and nobody here was your friend. How did you get on this show? Let's talk about that. Don't forget, I was production. And it was like, damn, he laid Marlo out. Like, he laid her out with that comment. Now, I don't know. Now, I feel like, I don't know about what he said because I was here for his energy. I was here for him having Kandi's back because Marlo was getting on my nerves too. I was really here for that. But it got me to thinking. I was on Twitter. If you see my tweets, you seen them. It got me to thinking. Like, I don't know if he should have said that. Only because I don't remember Kandi being nobody's friend when she first came on the show. Like, I think she knew Sheree and she knew Lisa. They, like, knew each other. They had somewhat of a friendly rapport. But was she their friend? I don't think she was. I ain't saying she bought herself onto the show, but I'm just saying, like, she really wasn't their friends like that. Eva, she wasn't nobody's friend on the show. She wasn't. She became friends after, but she wasn't nobody's friend on the show. I don't believe Phaedra was anyone's friend on the show. I think Phaedra, she knew Nene from Athens, but Nene was like, I don't know you. They definitely weren't friends, and I don't even think her and Kandi were friends until after she came on the show. I think Kandi and Phaedra had mutual friends. I don't know that the two of them were friends because Phaedra was on Tiny and Toya's show. So they have mutual friends, but were they friends? I don't think that they were. Portia wasn't nobody's friend when she came on this show. Who else? Tanya, I don't think she was anyone's friend. A lot of them wasn't nobody's friend when they first came on this show. When Marlo first came on the show, the alleged tea was that Sheree, Phaedra, and Kim were all mad at Nene. So for season 4, they came up with a scheme. During the off season, I think it was Kim accused Nene of cheating on Greg with the football player, right? Well, the football player's girlfriend at the time was supposed to be Marlo. At the beginning of season 4, the two of them make an appearance on the show. So they were coming to kind of troll Nene. Well, Kandi knew Marlo, but they never told us that. But I don't think that they did. But Marlo went on Kandi's show, and Kandi asked her about how she makes her money. They had a huge falling out. So after that, nobody really wanted to deal with Marlo, because that's when her mugshots came out and we found out what she did to that lady that sent her to the big house. And so nobody wanted to fool with Marlo. And then out of nowhere, I think they went to another event and Kandi and Marlo got into it. And I think Kim jumped in it. And Nene was amused. Nene was like, oh, I liked her. And she invited her to the cash trip to South Africa. That's how Marlo came around, right? So are y'all saying that all of that was a lie? Is that what you're telling us, Todd? So was she not really that man's girlfriend? She was never that man's girlfriend. Is that what you're trying to say? And then he said you bought your way onto the show. So she bought her way onto the show. Who she pay? Who did she pay? Now you done got us to thinking, Todd. You done got me to thinking, Todd. Who did she pay? Who took the money? Are you saying Phaedra took the money? Are you saying someone in production took the money? Did Carlos take the money? Who took the money? Who did she pay to get on the show? I'm intrigued. I want to know now. Like, you should never told us this. Because now I want to know. Now, every time we get a raggedy housewife, we're going to be like, that bitch bought her way onto the show. Who took the money? Who did Marlo pay? Because we want to know. Or was this like a metaphor? Like, or maybe when he said she bought her way onto the show, like she was kissing all the girls' asses. Was she giving gifts? Was she like the bird lady? Was she buying people gifts? Now I want to know, like, is it too late to ask Andy questions for the reunion? Because y'all going to have to elaborate. Who the hell did she pay to get on the show? I want to know. I'm curious. He done brought down the house of cards. Anyways, child. I said it though. I've been saying this for years. It has always been my belief that Michael Darby made some type of investment or donation, some type of monetary something to the production team over in Potomac. Because how did Ashley Darby get on the show? She was the only person that had no kind of connection to Charisse like that. I've always wondered that. Like, I've always felt the way that they allow Michael Darby to get away with so much bullshit, the way that he's allowed to grab the cameraman, the producers, he's allowed to do whatever he wants. He just gets to run amok on the set. I've always believed that Michael Darby made some type of investment into the show, because initially it wasn't supposed to be Housewives, right? They said it was supposed to be a show about Jack and Jill moms. I don't know if that's... But what we do know is he been running amok on set, and he gets away with everything. And then the way that everybody was kissing his butt last season only makes me believe it even more, that this man made his money, they're in debt to him some type of way. They are, because why do y'all allow him to continue getting away with this stuff? Ain't no way in the world that y'all would have kept Peter Thomas on Atlanta if he was going around grabbing people's behind. It would have been a whole issue. But y'all have allowed Michael Darby to get away with it for so many years. So now, Todd, you done got us to thinking. I already thought that. But now I think it, now I knew. Now I knew that I wasn't tripping. Now I know I wasn't tripping. Because, Todd, you're going to get in trouble for that one. I don't think you were supposed to tell us that. I don't think you were supposed to tell us that. But yeah, Marlo, you looked almost as ridiculous as you did in Japan when Eva ate your ass up. And anybody who follows me on Twitter, you know I don't see it for Eva being a housewife. But when the 2 times that her and Marlo got into it, I was definitely Team Eva. When she was saying that stuff about Eva's baby daddy not caring about Eva. I didn't like that shit. When she said that Eva, oh, you got 2 different babies by 2 different men, I didn't like that. And then when she did the whole bus thing and Eva ate her up, she was looking a mess. That's how she looked last night. She looked almost just as ridiculous. Like, girl, you having an argument with people, you didn't even make no sense. You didn't make no points. And you started it. But anyways, but yeah, that's my sound off. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.